Hey guys, welcome back to Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In the last episode, we found the key to what we think might be the key to the tower. But we're going to continue, and we have to visit the manor next. So let's get that done. Oh yes, that's a point. Normally we get these little story recaps. I usually skip them, but because it's a new session, I might as well show you. So Layton and Luke narrowly escaped the crush of a runaway Ferris wheel while searching the park. Ferris wheel destroys an old shack in the store, revealing a secret subterranean path. After finding a tower-shaped key in the underground room, Layton and Luke make their way back to the town. With the key in hand, Layton debates heading to the tower. However, after sensing a sinister presence near them, the professor devises a plan to out the fiend. Oh yes, that's a point. He said he felt like he was being followed, or things were being manipulated. Now we have to visit the manor next, so let's go and... Oh. You found the key to the tower, haven't you? How do you know about the key? You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there. Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear? That was the little girl we saw when we were poking around by that wall, I think it was, when we went right to the back. Sorry, Raymond, I'm going to go straight to the manor, I'm afraid. Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in. Everyone is waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease. Well, that's a lovely phrase, that, ill at ease. Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlour. All right, if you're certain nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Professor Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come, have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Charming? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day you're responsible for Simon's death. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense. Nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep your cool under pressure. But of course, I'd expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? This vase was on display in the room which Simon was found dead. All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with a vase. That killer was no professional. You see, he left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon. That's the one we were handed. We were framed. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. Oh, that's the vase from the market, isn't it? Yeah, the one we put back together. You rotten murderer. If this vase is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? So go on, give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed, eh? Come on, out with it. I was with Luke investigating matters in the village. Is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat is your accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly you conspired to murder Simon. What? You can't fool me, Layton. So cough it up, start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up too. How do you know about that? It seems that you're intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector, but if you were a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. That's very true. Furthermore, are we even sure that a murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting about now? Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Chalmers, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you.
Ooh, Meaning?
Isn't it obvious?
I really did get his voice down, didn't I?
If there is any criminal element involved in this case, Then it is you, sir.
It is you,
Oh,
sir.
That's absurd.
Hey, calm down!
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
What's up with him? He's like proper cracking, isn't he? I did like as well that Layton did the whole Ace Attorney thing, the whole Phoenix Wright thing. Objection, sir. I've heard you're quite the devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good care of your wife, Amy. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was the Inspector Chalmers' favourite food again? It was sweet potato fritters. This article specifically states that you love sweet potato fritters, and yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you sweets with tea. Why? And your point is, it just so happens I have a fondness for Amy's sweet potato fritters. Ah, his wife's name's like Amy. Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation's made things quite clear. Please, take a look at this. I believe you just called them Amy's sweet potato fritters, yes? I'd like everyone to look at this article. As you can all see, the Inspector Chalmers' wife is Emily, not Amy. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Ugh. Out with it then. Who are you, and why have you been impersonating Inspector Chalmers? And why have you been running this investigation? Ugh. But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St. Mystere, but you forgot one thing. After Luke and I came to town, the drawbridge that St. Mystere's at sole entrance has its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village from that point on. No one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when this seclusion began? The drawbridge shut down during our search for Claudia. Correct. The only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was even discovered. After that, there was no way that anyone outside the village could enter. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chalmers, when did you actually first set foot in St. Mystere? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I have not been able to figure out. This is a proper Poirot moment, isn't it? How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? Yeah, we were on our own. When we happened upon the key, there wasn't a soul in the area save for Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. There is no conceivable way you could have known about that key. Unless, of course, you were spying us from the shadows when we picked it up. Now let me see if I've got this all right. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? What's so funny? This is no laughing matter. I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch-enemy. Knew it. I've always despised you, Layton. Don Paulo, what a name. I thought I'd better crush you once and for all here in St. Mystere, but that'll have to wait, since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but St. Mystere hides a secret of epic proportions. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. Listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day I, the great Don Paulo, will rain my vengeance down upon you. On that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella, and a raincoat. Perhaps even some galoshes. Gosh. Wow. This guy has an age for the dramatics. I guess he's gone. Oh, I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Poirlo is his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard scientists was rumoured to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, was his personality. Though the man's a genius, he is evil. The science world banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into St. Mystere to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Well, that aside, what was all that talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he talking about? I'm mystified by it by myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the apple, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check that dead end from before, Luke. Awesome. So Inspector Chalmey was not Inspector Chalmey. Now, it's interesting because in the second game, Inspector Chalmey shows up again, but it is actually Inspector Chalmey. But I spent most of that game basically completely suspicious of him because of this game. So yeah, all has been revealed about Chalmey at least. We still have quite a bit to solve. Now, I know I'm not really solving many puzzles at the moment, and that might be to my detriment, but I really want to crack on with some story. Plus, also, if we do get given a number of puzzles to beat, we can, we have a target to beat then, don't we? We have something we can go on. It's a dead end, no two ways about it. Maybe there's another pathway to the tower hidden around here. I'd argue we've come to exactly the right spot, Luke. What do you mean by that? Look right here, Luke. I'm going to be really annoying and point out the inobvious as obvious. There's a small indentation in the wall where one could place a small object. Oh, so this must be... Yes. Curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhold's note to Archibald. Oh, yes, with the X. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and give it a turn, like you would with any key. Wow. It's one thing the DS did a lot, actually, those sort of almost like PowerPoint presentation style graphics, but with a transition in the middle, so it looked like video, but it wasn't. Children of Man did this a lot. That's another game I covered on this channel, and it did it so well. And this game does it a lot as well. Wow, just as I suspected. All right, Luke, in we go. Damn, 2 chapters. A path to the tower has been found. Scale the tower and solve all the mysteries of St. Mystere. Guys, we are very much approaching the end game. This is where it all starts to come together. The odd sandwich has been sent to Granny Riddleton. How lovely. Right, I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of requirement. I'm guessing for 6 puzzles ain't going to cover it. So, I suppose congratulations are in order. You've made it this far. Of course, it looks like you've left quite a few of my puzzles in town untouched. What was that? Where's that voice coming from? I've hidden all sorts of wonderful puzzles across St. Mystere. Go back to the village, traveller, and test your mettle against a few more. I'm not so unreasonable to make you solve every single puzzle. But you're sorely mistaken. 75! Oh my, that's nearly 20 puzzles! Who do you suppose that was? I can't quite place it. Regardless, it seems that mystery will have to wait. If we don't solve 75 puzzles first, we'll never make it inside the tower. Let's go back to town. Wow, that's I thought it'd be about 60, to be honest. Maybe 65 at a push. 70, maybe, but wow, 75. Jeez. We better get cracking. So we're going to use the rest of this episode to basically blitz these puzzles out. Just literally just go on a full-out puzzle blitzkrieg. Backwards, Layton, you can do it. Okay, there's 8 here by the looks of things, at least. So that's a good amount. So let's start with number 31, racetrack riddle. Okay, let's give this a go, guys. Racetrack riddle, 30 picker. That's not too bad. Let me take a sip of coffee. I might need it. The distance 3 racehorses can run around the racetrack in 1 minute is listed below. Horse A 2 laps, horse B 3 laps, horse C 4 laps. The horses line up at the starting line and start running in the same direction. How many minutes will pass before all 3 horses line up at the starting line again? It will be 1 minute. Because realistically, let's work this out. It doesn't matter how many laps they can do, it's the time it's asking for. So how many minutes will pass before they get back to the starting line again? Let me just double check my thinking, because it says they all have to be together. Now, the slowest one is 2 laps, the fastest one is 4, so realistically that doesn't matter, because they'll all get round. I think it's a minute. How many minutes will pass before all 3 horses line up at the starting line again? Yeah, it's 1. It's got to be. Doesn't matter how many laps they can do. It's when they get back to the start that's the problem.
Here's my answer.
Yeah, has to be 1. That's a riddle. It's designed to confuse you. You got it. In 1 minute, 1 horse A would have done 2 laps, B would have done 3, C would have done 4, and all the horses would be indeed lined up at the start line. Yeah. Doesn't matter how many laps they do. As long as they all are back at the start, that's what matters. Okay, so there's definitely more than 8 here. Number 23, juice pictures. I don't like the picture ones, if I'm honest. Cats and mice. Okay, let's do that. Number 48. Cats and mice and 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 boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. With that in mind, how many cats does it take 100 mice in 100 minutes? 5. Surely. Sorry guys, I'm not giving you a chance. Pause the video before I answer it. You could be wrong. Right, I'm going to discuss my answer now, so if you want to have a go yourself, have a go. But if 5 cats can 5 cats, 5 mice, 5 minutes. That means for every minute they catch a mouse. So, it'd be 5. It'd be the same amount. I think.
How does this sound?
Yeah. Easy.
Professor, I've solved it.
Professor, I've solved it. 5 cats can catch 5. Blah, blah. There's too many 5s. Damn it. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 bloody minutes. If the mouse hunt continues for another 5 minutes, you can expect 10 more mice. 10 mice to get caught. In other words, the same 5 cats. Yeah. It works, alright? That's all you need to know. I cannot read today. 3 umbrellas. Okay, number 43. Three identical-looking umbrellas are sitting upright in a stand. Assuming the owners don't check their umbrellas' labels, what percentage chance is there that only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? Okay, I'm going to discuss my answer now. Cool. So, it's 0. I'll tell you why. If only two people walk off with their own without their own umbrella, the last one's going to be wrong. That's a given. But if the other two are right, which is very unlikely, okay, it's either 0 or 100, so let me just double check. Assuming the owners don't check the labels, what percentage of chance is there that only 2 people will walk off? It's 0. You don't need to know percentages for this. Again, it's a riddle, it's a play on words. There you go. It's a play on words, read it carefully.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
With riddles, guys, this is one side of puzzles I think I'm actually quite decent at. You need to. I've got a very analytical mind, so you have to analyze each word and look out for plays on words. Does a word sound like another word? In other words, is the word night being used as the word K-N-I-G-H-T being used as the word night, N-I-G-H-T? Because it's the same word, but because of that one letter, it means something completely different. Yeah. So, if 2 people manage to grab their own umbrella, the third person is left with only 1 umbrella to take, her own. It's impossible for only 2, yeah. Again, play on words, you don't need to know anything about fractions. A blue bed, we'll give it to Luke, he's very blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Okay, number 54. Monster. Okay. 20. Okay, these ones are all pretty straightforward. Oh no, the town is in grave peril. As you read this, a fearsome monster is launching an attack on Saint Mystere. By the way, I'm well aware that Saint Mystere could be pronounced Saint Mystere, as in with the E at the end. I'm going Saint Mystere because it sounds cooler, but take your own interpretation. Ward off the beast by stabbing it in the eye, and for goodness sake, hurry. Okay. Stab it in the eye. So we've got to find the monster first, and then stab it in the eye. So this is more of an analysis. Problem. I'm just analysing the picture very quickly. Okay, the only conceivable thing I can think is there's 2 eyes in the window down here somewhere. There. However, I don't think that's correct. I actually think it's the moon. And I'll go with my way of thinking in a moment.
There we go.
Yeah. I thought so.
Another puzzle solved.
Seems the fiend was hiding in the night sky. You certainly gave it what 4? No, I think I'll give it what 5. You can see the outline of it now, can't you? Found a painting scrap. Lovely. By the way, I have every intention of solving every puzzle in this game, so if you want to see every puzzle solved, if I get to a point at the end where I have puzzles unsolved, I will do a bonus episode. Oh no, not more pictures. No! Stamp Stumper. Okay. Oh dear. 50, huh? I accept your challenge, game. Your friend just got back from the post office where she purchased a sheet of stamps with values ranging from 10 cents to $1. First, your friend cut out the dollar stamp, set it aside. Then she divided the remaining stamps with 7 uniquely shaped bunches, each with a value of $1. Can you divide the sheet in the same way your friend did? Okay, if I'm having these sorts of conversations with my friends, then they're probably not my friends. Okay, let's make a start. So it's got to add up to $1, and I'm assuming we can... Yeah. Well, that's $1 straight away. So let's start marking things out. 10, 30, 10, 40, 60... that doesn't work. But this does. There, that's $1. That's $1. Right there. 20, 40, 10, I'm down in the bottom right corner now. 20, 40, 10, so that's 60, 70, and there's a 30 there, so that's $1. I think the tricky bit with this one is going to be getting them unique. 90 and 10. Ah, now I see the trap there. There's two 90 and 10s. I'm going to go with... Oh, no, because that'd only be 10, so it can't be. If we did the vertical one there, it would leave that tail on its own, and it can't be on its own, so... And then we've got what? We've got another dollar there. That's it, I think. Are they all unique? We've got a square there. Yeah, done. That easy.
That should do it.
Awesome.
Every puzzle has
Thinking
an
cap
answer.
on today, guys. Thinking cap is firmly affixed. Several ways to divide it up. Awesome. Puzzle 52, find a star. I think we tried that one and we had a bit of trouble with it. Of dust and dustpan. It's like a Hamlet style play. Of dust and dustpan. 10 picarats. As you can see, what we've got here is some trash and a dustpan made of matchsticks. Can you move 2 matchsticks to change the picture so the dustpan is holding the trash? 2 matchsticks. Okay. Okay, so rotation does count. That's interesting. Okay, it can't be a rotation initially. For a 10 picarat puzzle. If it was 3, that wouldn't be a problem, because obviously there's 4 matchsticks, so it wouldn't be an issue. Okay. I think I was on the right track. But... Oh, I see it now. I saw it. As soon as I moved that first one, I saw it.
Here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to
I can't believe the
success.
one that actually stumped me was only worth 10. And it goes to prove, though, it can be a really easy puzzle to some. Give that's Layton. It could be a really easy puzzle to some. That doesn't mean it's easy for everybody. It's like skills, isn't it? You know, some people like some. I know some kids that have, you know, sometimes they got on a bike first time and started riding it, not a problem. Others, it takes them years to master it. You know. So it goes to prove that it's different for everybody. Fish thief. Is this going to be another line 4 people up and determine who's who? 35. Okay. Yeah. When you weren't looking, someone came by and gobbled up your fish dinner. Well, that's bloody rude. The 3 brothers near the scene of the dastardly crime had this to say. A. Oh yeah, I ate it. It was good too. B. I saw A eat that fish. C. B and I didn't eat the fish. One of the 3 brothers is lying to you, but which one is it? Okay, so we're not trying to find the culprit, we're trying to find the liar. Which is probably the same person, to be honest, but that's important. So which one's the liar? If A is lying, then the other 2 have to be lying. Sorry, B has to be lying. So that can't be it. If B is lying, then A is lying. So I think it's C. Only one is lying. So if B's the liar, He's saying he saw A eat the fish. If A did not eat the fish, that means A is lying as well. Only one's lying, so I think it's C.
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah. Has to be. The other two are conflicting.
Every
They're not conflicting, they're
puzzle has an
agreeing.
answer.
That means that if one's a liar, the other one has to be as well. Only one's lying to you. The lie here is C. A and Sit split your dinner and ate half each. The answer becomes clear if you realise that A is lying, B must be lying as well. That's exactly my train of thought, and we got that spot on. A television, we'll give that to Luke. I don't think Layton would be much of a fan of the old set-top box. Pill prescription. We're running out of puzzles here, so we need to go out and actually find some soon. A man has been prescribed 10 pills. Starting today, he must take 1 pill a day. But because of the concentration of the medication is different for each pill, he must take them in a specific order. Since the pills look the same, the man has decided to write numbers on each pill to help him remember the order he needs to take them in. How many pills does he have to number if he wants to keep track of the order? Okay, so I've got my answer. I've been terrible at doing this, sorry. Have a think. 3, 2, 1. I think it's 9. If he takes one today, he doesn't need to know the order of that one. He needs to know the order of the other ones. So I think it's 9. No, not 47. There ain't no 47 pills, mate. I think it's 9.
That should do it.
Oh, it's 8.
Frankly,
It's 8.
I'm ashamed.
Cool. I know why. It's 8. You don't need to know the last one. If you know that there's one left, you don't need to know. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Oh, I should have got that right. It's 8. It's got to be 8. He's taken one, and
That
the last
should do
one.
it.
Yes. Oh, I'm so annoyed with myself.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Good job. Since the man starts taking his medicine today, the first thing you should do is take today's pill. Next, you should level the next pill through 2 through 9. If he does this, the last one will be laughed. Strange gizmo, fine. So we need to do another 11 puzzles. There's only 6 here, so and I'm not doing the picture ones, for Christ's sake. The odd sandwich. Okay. And I plan on doing all these puzzles today, so don't worry. Using scraps left over from the breakfast, you've managed to cobble together a rather oddly shaped sandwich. How many times must you cut the sandwich in order to make it neatly fit in the container? Huh? Maybe once, surely. Sorry guys, I'm really bad at this. I think it's once. If I'm wrong, I'll be surprised.
There we go.
Yeah. There's a missing shape and a presented shape.
Another
Just
puzzle
cut it once,
solved.
you're done. So the presented shape is the triangle on the bottom. The missing shape is the one above it. So you just literally cut it down and put them together. You make a very unodd sandwich. Simple chair. We'll give that to Luke. We need to do these, by the way. We need to do their rooms. Because that is actually a puzzle in itself. I really don't want to do milk pictures. Juice pictures. Are these the only ones left? Find a star. Puzzled aliens. Okay, we'll do the milk afterwards. Let's deal with some puzzled aliens first. 30. Oh dear. From high in the sky, a pair of aliens observes humans using a bizarre object. Perplexed, one alien turns to the other. How strange. The Earthling is opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line to show the other Earthling where the hole is. I've never seen anything like it. What could these visitors be talking about? Opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line. Okay. So this is an identification puzzle, so we need to identify something from vague instructions. I'm just trying to think what it could be. Opening a hole in a sheet of paper and marking it with a line. Oh, of course! Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here's my answer. It's a compass. An old-fashioned compass. You use a needle in the hole of a piece of paper, and then you use the pencil to mark a line.
Every puzzle has an answer.
It's pretty much spot on. Yeah, it's like you said. It's like the puzzle said. Sorry, it's perception. It's very vague. It's a very vague testimony, but it's actually very accurate at the same time. Camera and the case, number 42. We're blitzing through these, by the way, guys. I'm surprised how easy we're finding. Oh my god, not another 50. Oh, that's a mouthful. While walking through a market on vacation, you notice a small stand selling cameras. A camera and case set is selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, but that the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. Okay, that's a very confusing way of saying the camera is $300 more than the case. You decide you'd rather wait on buying a camera and opt to just buy the case alone. Why? You hand the seller a $100 bill and his eyes light up. Think fast. How much change should you be getting back? Okay. I think this one's actually a little more complicated than it looks. So, I'll walk through a market on vacation. That's not important. A camera and case set is $310. The seller tells you the camera costs $300 more than the case on its own. And the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. See, initially you'd think, oh, you get $90 back, but it's not. I don't think it is. I don't think it's that. Let me grab a hint. I've got loads of coins. This puzzle isn't math intensive, but there is a particularly tricky aspect to it that trips most people up. The camera and the case cost a total of $310, but differ in price by $300. If you assume the case costs X, then the camera must cost X plus $300. That means the camera itself must cost more than $300. Case and camera set cost $310 together. The camera costs $300 more than the case. It may seem that the answer is $300, but for the camera and for the case, if you do the math, you'll see the difference in price is only $290. I've got it. Okay, I'm going to put an answer in. Hopefully, you've got an answer of your own. Now, this might seem weird, but it'll explain it a lot better than I can.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Critical thinking is the key
The hints
to
really
success.
help on that one. That's a really nasty riddle, that. Really nasty. Lots of confusing statements and lots of reversal. So a lot of, oh, it's this, but actually it's this as well, and then taking it back and going, cool, so this is it from another angle, but we've worded it differently. It's very, very, very clever way of deceiving somebody. You actually see this a lot in actual swindling and actual con artistry. You see it a hell of a lot. Good thinking. The merchant had an awfully misleading way of explaining things. Make sure you don't get duped. It's a shame it doesn't actually explain it, because I don't think I could. Basically, it's the difference in price that's the biggie. But I'm sure you've worked it out for yourself. So, right, let's get these 3 done. Find a star. I think this is the one we were having trouble with in... Yeah, this is the one we were having trouble with before. In the underground bit. Because we couldn't... I couldn't actually find it anywhere. But let's have another look. See, I thought it was around here somewhere. And I think it still is. I think it was just having trouble outlining it. Bear in mind, I'm not using a stylus, I'm using my finger, so it's a little bit trickier for me. But let's have a go. So, I think I know where it is. I think it's... I think it's there.
Well, here's my guess.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of found it before, I'll be honest,
Professor,
but I just couldn't
solved it.
outline it properly, and I was getting a little bit frustrated. So, no, it doesn't earn me a free wish. Can I have 5 free puzzles, please? That'd be my wish. So yeah, that one's a tricky one. Again, it's doable. I suppose I better do these pictures. This will get me up to 70 puzzles, guys. So 40, Jesus. Okay, 8, 5, and 3. Okay, so we've got to get 4 quartz in the 8 and 4, and the 8 and the 5. So let's start fiddling with it. This is a fiddle puzzle. Four quartz, so obviously 8 divided by 4 is 2, so we need to get 2 equal parts in these 2 beakers. But we have a 3 there as well, which is not divisible by either number, so that makes it tricky. But I think it's doable. Well, it's definitely doable. The 3 is pivotal to working this one out. I remember playing this when I was younger, and I was fiddling with this one for a while. Like these types of puzzles, sorry, for a while. Because they're deliberately tricky. Okay, so if I take this... put that in there. Okay, that gives us a 1. That's actually a very powerful number. Oh, done it. We've done it. Awesome.
There we go.
A 1 is a very powerful number to have in things like this, because usually you find that most of these puzzles can be done, but missing 1. Damn. Oh, I didn't see what the shortest solution... I mean, there's no way I had the shortest solution. But... milk pitchers. Now, is this harder, or is it easier? I mean, it doesn't really matter, let's be honest, but... Oh, God. That's all we need, a 50 picker out puzzle of this style. Okay. 5 quartz in the 10 and 7. Okay. Let's fiddle. It's this 3 one that's always the most powerful picture, because it's the one that basically allows you to... No, I don't want to do that. Sort of allows you to fiddle with the numbers a little bit. Now again, we've got 2 beakers that basically aren't divisible by the number it's asking, so that makes it a little tricky. But that's okay. We'll be fine. Put our big boy pants on and crack on with it. Now remember, 1 is a very powerful number, so let's think about this. I'm not going to think too hard, because I'll probably start smoking at the ears. I don't want to use that 1 just yet. Let's get that 3 back in there. That's 9. I mean, I just see this as a waste of milk, to be honest. I think I was on the right line, but I think I might have screwed it up. Okay, I'm gonna restart this one. So I think I've screwed it up. Let's do what we did last time. Go there. I'm just thinking. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Put that there. Okay, that gets us back to where we were before because we've got 1 now. Just put that up to 9. That takes that down to 3. Okay. These are so tricky. Okay, we're back to where we were. I'm not gonna restart it. Come on, we can do this. Put that there. That back in there. That puts us back here. Let's go back the way we were going. This is really hard. This is really, really tricky. Like, really, really, really tricky. Start again. So, that into that. I'm pretty sure that's the right opening move. And that into there. That way we've got all 3 pictures full with something. I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Okay. 1 there, which is really good. Let's get that over here. Done it. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it.
How does this sound?
Jesus, that was tough.
Layton's apprentice saves the day.
I knew having that 1 was pivotal. I think we did do it in the 9 moves, actually, to be fair. It was only because I restarted a few times. It's actually fairly straightforward. Okay, that's all the puzzles here done. So we need to go find 5 more. Usually these chappies have got one for us. Good day, gentlemen. How's your investigation coming along? Can't imagine it's much fun asking questions all day. How about a puzzle to liven things up? Believe me, I do not need any of those. The sound of silence. The sound of silence. Sorry, I've just murdered like 50 singers that have covered that song. Which of these words does not make the sound of silence? Huh. Does not make the sound of silence. Huh. Well, they're all musical terms. That's easy enough. So let's read the words out carefully. So rhythm, scale, rest, note, treble, chord. Scale, rhythm. Oh, I've got my answer. Okay, I've got my answer. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's rest. I'll tell you why. All the others have got silent letters in them. They've all got silent letters in them, bar that one.
Well, here's my guess.
Literally, the sound of silence.
Professor, I've solved it.
That's right, the answer is rest. All the others, yeah, silent letters. There you go. See, I've got my thinking cap on. I'm just crap with milk. I guess the old advice is to write what you read. I guess the advice is to wear your bloody glasses when you're playing a game with reading in it. I guess the old advice to write what you know doesn't apply here. Too easy, get screwed. Penning a mystery novel, I'm basing the protagonist on you. That's why I've been observing you so carefully. In fact, the more I see, the better. So good luck on your search. I'll be watching whilst you're in the bath. I feel dirty now. Let's talk to this chap. Come on, you've normally got a puzzle rustled up for us. Let's go. Nothing good can be said about that tower. I heard is all sorts of scary. You should stay away. Sound advice. He's been going towards it. Hey, mister, it's good to see you again. See, I'm totally stuck here. I could really use your help. She normally gives us the age ones. Chocolate code. Oh, okay, I can get behind this. Do you know, I'm actually not a big sweet eater. I'm not a massive chocolate nut. I'm a savoury guy. Pastry is my enemy. On Valentine's Day, your gadget-loving technophile girlfriend gave you the most unusual slab of chocolate. Whilst the jumble of letters looks like nonsense, if you manage to decode the letters written on the chocolate, a message from your sweetheart will appear. What is she trying to tell you? Get a new girlfriend? Also, what's that wrapped in? It looks like it's got a set of underwear over it. Look at the parcel in front of the chap. It genuinely looks like she's wrapped it with a set of pants. Okay, it's an anagram. So, also, she's taken a chunk out of it. Look. Either that, was two very misplaced raisins. Okay. We've got one vowel, which is E. So it can't be that complex of a word or words. Something's telling me that these holes are deliberate. I don't actually remember ever solving this one when I played it the first time round. Okay, it's not an anagram. It's like not possible. There's nothing here that could make it an anagram, so it's a code. And these sorts of things are usually substitution ciphers. Now, substitution ciphers are very easy to work out if you know the cipher. In other words, one letter replaced for another. Very easy way of coding things, very easy codes to figure out. But in this case, we don't know the cipher, so that's what we have to figure out. The jump of the letters looks like nonsense. If you manage to decode the letters written on the chocolate, I think these bites, these little chunks that are missing, I think that's something to do with it. One's above, one's to the left. Oh! I've got it! I think. I need to find a keyboard. Hang on. Let me go on to my other phone. I need to see a keyboard. Sorry guys, bear with. Okay, so the G, above that directly is T. Then E has got no bites in it, so that's the right letter. C is to the left. Let me work this out. That's X. Y to the left is T again. N, and to the... that's M. I knew that anyway. And W. It's text me. Oh, brilliant! That was actually very clever. Oops. That's very clever. That was a really good puzzle, that. But you're screwed if you haven't got a keyboard. Don't forget, this was on DS, so... you're very screwed.
Solved.
Very clever, that. It wasn't strictly a cipher because some of the letters were actually right. So, yes, it's very clever. Very, very good. Oh, is that what you have to do to figure it out? I didn't think of that. Can you keep a secret? Don't tell Adrian you told me the answer. Okay. Fine, I guess. Okay, we're 3 puzzles away, guys. Come on, bud. You two certainly crazy about puzzles, aren't you? I've got a whopper. Oh, God. Could it be like 20 picarats or less? Oh, 40, that'll do. Find the pentagons. Joyous. Number of 5-sided shapes are hidden within the picture below. How many can you find? Answer when you think you've found every hidden shape. Okay. So a pentagon, like quite rightly, is a 5-sided. It's any 5-sided shape. It's not just the one that looks like a house. That's a regular pentagon. An irregular, I mean, I'm insulting your intelligence, but an irregular pentagon is any 5-sided shape in any regard. So. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got 4 straight away because you've got this. That's 5-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got that 4 times. So that's 4 straight away. Then you've got this. Then you've got this. That's 4. There'll be 4 of those as well. I think that's different to the first one I did. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then you've got this. No. Okay. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think the answer is... I'm going to say it now. I think it's 12. I can't think of any more, so let's put that in. If it's not 12, it'll be 16, but there won't be that many. There we go.
Another puzzle solved.
It's got to be a multiple of 4 because it's an equilateral shape. So if it's an equilateral shape, if you can find 1, you can find the other 3. So as soon as you find 1, you've got 4. Find 2, you've got 8, and so on and so forth. Is there going to be another 4? Probably not. That's when you know you've got your answer. I hope you'll stop by and solve puzzles with me again sometime. Not likely. If I'm being honest. Oh, did we find another scrap of paper? Professor, there's something on the ground. You're right, it appears to be a scrap of paper. Will you check if anything's written on it? Sure thing, let's see. The boss complimented my latest model today. He's a good guy and he's given me a new sense of purpose. I'm sure this is my true calling. I want to perfect my skills so I can repay the man for his generosity. Yes, journal entry for definite. The boss and the employee of the man. I think we might have actually read this one. Some sort of models for a living. I think we might have read that one already somewhere. It's got a feeling. Okay. Using 2 more puzzles, guys. 2 more, and then we're done. You sure I can't interest you in a nice cut of veal? It's a veal deal. Please don't speak. Is this at Adria? And it's Agnes, okay. It isn't you two again. Alright, if you want your fortunes told, solve this puzzle for me. A broken window. Four kids were playing, and one of them threw a ball right through your window. Here's what they had to say. You know for a fact that the scamp who broke your window is lying. However, an unknown number of the other children might be lying as well. Okay. So one is definitely lying. He's the problem child. But there might be more that are lying as well. So let's read the statements. Not me, I didn't break a thing. I'll tell the truth, it was me, I broke it. Don't be mad at A, he didn't do anything. B didn't break the glass, I swear. Okay. Let's assume they're all lying. So A, I didn't break a thing. That means he did it. I'll tell the truth, it was me, I broke it. That means if he's lying, he didn't break it. Don't be mad at A, he didn't do anything. If C is lying, if C is lying, then he did it. D, if B did break it, then that throws the whole puzzle out. So, with them all lying, A's the culprit. If D isn't lying, Start from the bottom. If D isn't lying, B didn't break the glass. That doesn't affect anything. It's still A. If C isn't lying, then A can't have done it. Which throws my theory out. B. If they aren't lying, then again, A didn't do it. Again, throws my theory out. I think... Okay, I'm going to go through my theory, so at this point... Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my theory now, giving you a chance to pause the video. So, one kid is definitely lying in every scenario. Now, the only one that it can be, again, is people that are agreeing. Now, check this out. A is saying he didn't break anything, and C is agreeing with him. The other two are not agreeing, so they must be the liars. So let's assume that. Let's assume A and C are the liars, going from our theory from earlier. If A is lying, if A is lying, then he did it. If C is lying, A did it. So I think it's A. I think. But I think C is lying as well. Okay, so we got that bit right.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
B and C were lying about what happened, even though they themselves didn't break the glass. Make sure you give those two a good... Oh, okay. I didn't even think about B. It was C that gave it away, because those two were agreeing. And usually, that's where your culprit is. There's going to be a doozy of a rainstorm tomorrow. Hang your wash inside if you want to dry. Yeah, you're weird. 74. Okay, let's go see the freaky card lady. Hopefully she's got another card puzzle for us. Got a new puzzle for you, dearie. I bet you're just dying to see it, aren't you? I'm sorry, madam. We're right in a terrible rush. You can't fool this old gal. I've seen you strolling around solving other people's puzzles. And now it's my turn. Seen us? What do you mean? Have you been following us? You weirdo. Rolling a 3. When you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6. Absolutely spot on. The chances of rolling a 3 twice in a row, 1 in 36. The chance of rolling 3 times in a row are a jaw-dropping 1 in 216. I play Warhammer. That is absolute rubbish. In all seriousness, though, the odds are absolutely spot on. But honestly, you play any sort of dice game. If everyone's ever played like any sort of strategy game or tabletop game or board game or anything like that, you know this is rubbish. Let's assume you roll the dice 3 times and get a 3 each time. The chances of rolling a 3 on your next roll are 1 in how many? So this is dealing with square numbers. So 6 is a square is the root. 6 times 6 is 36. Let me just grab a calculator. Divided by 6 is 36. If you times that by 6 again, that is 216. 36 times 6. So if you times it by 6 again, that's 1,296. I mean, that seems very extreme.
There we go.
Incorrect. Okay.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
You're probably making the puzzle more complicated than it needs to be. Keep it simple. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 36 is 216. Let's go for a hint. Doesn't seem like a longer puzzle explanation is more likely you have to find a trick in the wording. Read the conversation carefully. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. It's not asking you how many... Okay, this is my answer, guys, so pause the video if you need to. It's not asking how much is the probability of you rolling 4 threes. It's asking what's the chances of you rolling 1 in 3 on the... what's the chances of you rolling a 3 on the next roll? 1 in how many? It's 1 in 6. It's always 1 in 6. It's when you start adding concurrent numbers, that's when it gets harder. I'm a moron.
Every
But we knew this.
has an answer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you roll the same number. No, it's asking for the probability. The answer's in the bloody question. You're going to the tower, are you, dearie? How about I show you the way? How about you get screwed? I was under the impression that the villagers of St. Mystere hated going near the tower. Oh yes, I can only been near that place myself. I suppose I can make an exception for such a strapping man such as yourself. Professor, we really should keep moving. Before we end up in the boot of a car. Right, guys, we finally have the 75 prerequisites. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. In the next episode, we're going to hit that tower and find out what in the world has been going on in St. Mystere. Thank you so much for joining in and solving the puzzles with me. I will see you very soon, and don't forget to leave a like and a comment before you disappear. It really helps the channel, it helps us grow, and it helps me get this video and all my others to other amazing people. So thank you very much, have a wonderful day, take care, see you soon. Bye bye.